25 years I drank alcohol for, and then I quit on Christmas Day 2023. Guys, welcome back to another walk and talk video. So I'm really getting into these videos now. Get my steps in, get a bit of lovely fresh air. Maybe a bit too hot today, you can see the veins in my forehead, but that don't stop me making you guys a video. So, right, I assume you've clicked on this video because you want to know how I quit alcohol, and you probably want to know why I quit alcohol, and you also want to know is if you can do the same. And I'm here to tell you can, for a start. So, my story is, I started drinking at the age of 13. Guys, I hope you don't mind, I'm going to duck in here to get some shade and talk to you in here because it is roasting. Ugh. Right, that is a lot better. Wow, that is hot out there. Okay, so I started drinking at the age of 13. I remember it, my first ever drink, we was at a barbecue. They had them little stubby beers, remember? St Etienne's. And I asked my mum if I could have one, and she said no, and I ignored her and just had one anyway. So I ignored her and I had 2 or 3. Me and my friends were drunk, we was giggling, and we thought, wow, this is brilliant, because in the early days we enjoy alcohol, don't we? Because you think it gives us fun, and that is the start of where it all happens. So anyway, from then it progressed obviously to drinking after school. So we would meet up at our local sort of drinking place. It was like a field more nearby, and we would just get smashed down there. That was particularly on Fridays and Saturdays. And then obviously when you're old enough, you start going into nightclubs, and it just becomes the norm, doesn't it? Every weekend you spend money on drink, you go out, you get drunk, you come home, you're hungover, your rest of the weekend's ruined. And that is how I lived. And then obviously we went on lads' holidays, things like that, went to Vegas a few times. But I decided when I was 38, enough's enough. I'm going to change my life and I'm going to stop drinking. To the surprise of a lot of people around me, including family members, friends. Some liked it, some didn't. I said to myself at the beginning, I'm just going to cut down. If I can just drink on special occasions, maybe at weddings, parties or holidays, then that'll do me. Then I suddenly thought to myself, this is pointless really, isn't it? Well, what is the point of just drinking on big events? You know, I thought to myself I should either do it or not do it. So I decided, I remember I was on a cross trainer and I said to my friend, I'm going to quit drinking alcohol. And he sort of laughed, he said, you're joking, aren't you? I said, no. He goes, well, what about holidays? I said, well, yeah, I'll have to deal with that when it comes to it. What about nights out? I said, well, I have to deal with that when it comes to it. What about this? What about that? And I said, no, I think I'm going to do it. I was on the fence for a few weeks, and then Christmas Day, I threw my can across the table. Well, I didn't throw it across the table, I slid it across the table. When you get that horrible bit at the bottom that no one wants to drink, you know, that bit goes all warm. And that was my last sip of alcohol. And that, like I say, that was December 25th, 2023. So this Christmas will be 3 years. And guys, I have to say, it's the best thing I've ever done. I am clearer, my mind's clearer, everything's clearer. Got a lot more energy. And anyway, I've done another video, you'll see a lot of my shorts as well about the benefits of not drinking alcohol, but that's not why I'm here today. I want to help you guys to see if you can quit. And the best way you're going to be able to quit is by reframing the way you see alcohol. Because at the moment, if you're drinking, alcohol is your master. And I don't care what anyone says, it really is. Because if you see alcohol as the only way to have fun or the means to have fun, then that is that you're going to not associate it with anything else other than fun. So the mere thought of not being able to drink it means you're not going to have any fun anymore. So guys, if you can just reframe your mind into seeing alcohol for what it is. You got bitten by a horsefly. Yeah, if you could just reframe and see alcohol for what it is, a poison. And that's what I've done. That's what I tried to do, and it worked for me. Okay, I now no longer see alcohol as a means to have fun. You know, I go out on nights out, I go to festivals, I do a lot of things, and I don't need alcohol to have it. But from a young age, we associate it with fun. It's about breaking that connection. Guys, it's really hard to do because you're going to have everyone around you screaming, you need to drink. If you don't drink, you're weird. The other social stereotypes. You do feel, it's really strange, you feel like the weird one. When you feel like you have to justify yourself, and I still do now, nearly 3 years in, I still feel like I have to justify myself. And that's not even me by nature. I like to tell people as it is, really, but I just find this one quite difficult. And, you know, you'll be at a wedding, especially, you know, sometimes when they mix up all the tables at weddings, don't know why they do that, I just want to sit with my mates, you know, but, you know, and you'll be with a load of strangers, and they'll look at you and, you know, they'll say, oh, well, what are you drinking? You'll be like, oh, lime and soda. I go, oh, you driving? I go, no, I don't drink alcohol. And they go, oh, you don't drink alcohol? Well, why is that? And I felt like saying, well, I didn't say, are you drinking alcohol? Why are you drinking alcohol, did I? But this is where they've got it wrong, guys. You feel like it's double standards, isn't it? Us as non-drinkers have to explain ourselves why we don't drink. But yeah, drinkers, they can just drink away and not have to explain anything. Annoys me, that. But yeah, I do, and I feel your pain, guys. And this is, like I say, one of the biggest problems that you're probably going to face is the having to explain yourself and things like that. I get a lot of comments on my TikTok, especially. People saying they're just sick and tired of it. And I can understand why people have drinks in glasses that look like alcoholic drinks. And sometimes they even lie, just to say, yeah, it's a wine, even though it's a non-alcoholic one or something like that. Guys, the hardest obstacle you're going to face in your sobriety journey is other people. How crazy is that? At the beginning, I bet you thought it was going to be the fact of not having a taste of alcohol, or the, you know, enjoying a beer after work, or God, there's horseflies everywhere. It's driving me insane. And you're almost seen as weak, which is quite counterintuitive, because I think quitting alcohol and having the discipline to do it makes you a lot stronger than people who haven't got the discipline to do it. So that's quite counterintuitive, isn't it? I've created, guys, a product for this very problem. It is a social sobriety guide, and it will guide you through all of these situations. It's actually got different sections, so it's got weddings, parties, things to say, situations you might come up against, and it will really help you. It's downloadable, it's printable, and you can have it on your phone to refer to in the toilets of these parties or weddings. It's about the price of a coffee. Could be a lifesaver for you guys, to be honest, just to have it there in your pocket. I've got an SOS card as well, emergency SOS card. That one's more for cravings, if you struggle with cravings. You might want to check that out. But yeah, I've got a few products on there now, guys, and like I say, I've had a few comments, people going, oh look, he's trying to make money now. Guys, these products, they take a while to build. You know, I'm using a lot of my free time to build these, and I'd love to be able to do it for free, but I'm not a multi-millionaire, unfortunately. Just a little bit of recognition for the work I've put into it. I don't charge a lot. Like I say, all my digital products are around the price of a coffee, maybe a bit more. And 80-90% of my content is always going to be free. Always on TikTok, always on YouTube. It's always going to be free. So my mission is to help you guys. And if you want to download my free beginner's guide to sober life, that's also on there. Good thing about that, guys, is you'll get the guide for free. It's downloadable. But also, when you give me your email address, I'll be in contact with you. So I'll be able to send you some tips, give you information about my newsletter, and some other products that I have, which will help you on your journey, especially the newsletter, guys. You want to check that out. It's free. There is a paid subscription, but you don't have to do that. For the free subscription, you get a monthly newsletter, and with the paid subscription, you get a weekly newsletter and a free sober product. So definitely worth doing. So anyway, guys, until the next one, remember, download my sobriety guide, like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you.